Good morning, lovers. Lovely to be with you on this Monday morning. It's a little bit grey and gloomy here. I kind of feel like the summer's coming to an end already. How was your weekend? If you're on my mailing list or follow me on social media, you'll probably see that I shared my story that I fell over on Saturday. So that was fun for me. I tripped over my dog, essentially. That's what happened. But there was some wrestling involved. He's becoming quite the little adolescent at the moment, and yeah, he gave me a run for my money on Saturday, and I was already tired and probably quite hormonal, so never a good combination, right? Anyway, it was an eventful weekend, and in a way, and non-eventful. I relaxed a lot. I actually had some lovely dog walks as well. I watched a really cool series on Netflix. I don't know if you've heard of. It's called Stateless, an Australian show with a bunch of my absolute favorite Aussie actors in it. And I was so excited to discover it. So I watched it it's a series, and I watched it throughout the weekend. It was really good. Stateless, really highly recommend it. Who's joining? Ellie, hello, my darling. Yes, good morning, gorgeous people. Absolutely. Who's on Facebook? Say hi. Let me know. Boomer's saying good morning as well. Did you hear that? I think he's at my office door and I think he wants to come in, but he can't, not today. So it's Monday. It's time to set yourself up for your week ahead. I would like for you to just take a moment right now. I hope you've all got your journals and pens. We're going to dive straight in. It's just a chance to just take a breath before the week begins, before we get carried away and swept along by life, to just choose, like, what is this week about for me? So just take a moment right now. If it feels really good for you, maybe just depending on where you're at and what you're doing. Some of you are probably still in bed with your cup of tea. I've got my tea here. Whatever you're doing, if you could just stop for half a second, put your hand on your heart. Just tune in. Just tune in and remember who you are. Just take that moment and ask yourself, what do I need this week? What's this week about for me? What am I creating this week? How do I want to feel this week? What am I doing this week? Is there something I want to achieve this week? Yeah. And how do I desire to feel? Maybe what will I allow myself to receive this week? What will I allow myself to open up to this week? Nice questions, right? It doesn't take much to just stop and ask ourselves just some heartfelt, important questions just to guide our week. And now what I want to know from you, after you've just taken that moment to decide, well, what this week is about for you, just notice, is there any like little niggly doubt or fear coming up for you? So as you consider how you want to feel this week, or what you want to create, what you want to make happen, what you want to receive, is there any little niggly doubt? And by the way, I'm super happy for you to share with me in the comments. I love to know. But equally, right now, this is your process. So just be with yourself. And when you're ready, please share. It's really helpful for me as well, and inspiring to see what you're planning for yourself this week. But yeah, any niggles, any little doubts come up for you, any fear, any worry, just notice. And then I invite you to remember a time in your life when you achieved exactly that, or something very, very similar. If it was a feeling or a particular goal, it's hard not knowing exactly what it is that you're wanting to create for yourself this week, but just imagine, be a bit flexible with my line of questioning here. Can you cast your mind back to a time when you have experienced that or something similar before? It's quite possible that you have. Sometimes we forget what we're capable of, and sometimes we allow fear, remember, false evidence appearing real, to run the show and stop us in our tracks, to tell us a story that won't allow us to have what we want to create. When in fact, maybe we've created it before. Maybe what we're doing this week is a different level to what we've created before, but maybe we have done something similar before. It's important as you design and create and call in and receive your week ahead. It's important to remember who you are and the qualities of you that are so unique to you. What makes you who you are? You know, quite often when we run these morning rituals, I ask you to check in and write a list of, 3 things that you're proud of yourself for, 3 things that you value about yourself, 3 things that you're grateful for. That's a really nice daily journaling practice. And with those pieces in mind, like, what do you need to remember about yourself when you've been proud of yourself before? What have you achieved before that's going to make this week doable, that's going to make this week possible? What is it about yourself that you really value? What's so unique to you that's going to make this week possible, that's going to support your journey this week, that's going to hold you safe? Don't buy into the fear story, to the doubt, to the ego mind. Just take a moment now to remember what is it about you that's going to make this week possible for you, whatever it is that you want to achieve. I wonder what that might be. Is it your resilience? Is it your courage, your humor, your persistence? Is it that you've totally done exactly that before at a different time in your life when maybe you had more courage and bravery and you've just got to bring that back into this week? And what's it going to take for you to allow that brave, courageous, I can do anything version of you to step forward this week? What's it going to take? Is there a belief you have to decide not to listen to anymore, that you have to tear up and go burn? Is there a conversation? Excuse me, I've got a real frog in my throat this morning. Was there a conversation that you need to have? Like, what is it? What's it going to take for you to remember the truth of who you are and bring those beautiful qualities forward to achieve what you want to achieve this week? And I would love to hear any comments that you might have in the chat. Lindy's saying, good morning. You look like you've recovered from your fall. Yeah, I'm good. I've got a little cut on my hand here, a little nasty flap of skin, which I'm not too sure what to do with. And I've got a cut on my knee, which is healing over very nicely. So I'm all okay. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you. Good morning, Helen. Lovely to have you back. And good morning, Boomer. Yes, he's ever present. I love that dog so much. It's just unbelievable with the change that he's creating in our lives. So does anybody want to share with me what this week is about for them? Remember, this is your chance right now to just tune in with you and just get intentional. Choose what the week's about. It could just be as simple as a feeling. Yeah, thanks, Ellie. It's weird falling over as an adult. Yeah, it could be as simple as a feeling. It could be something specific you want to achieve. But it's really nice to start our week getting intentional about that. And what am I doing here? I'm shuffling because I'm about to pull a Wild Kuan Yin card. I'd like us to be guided by her this week. Quite often these cards, the readings come with a healing as well, and we've got time to do that this morning. Okay, here we go. Let's see what our guidance is today. Wild Red Rider, blessing bestowed. Always love a blessing. There we go, Wild Red Rider. Blessings bestowed. Right, let me read. Ellie's saying this week is about joy for my 40th birthday and to organise getting back to school and work. Oh my gosh, you're turning 40. How exciting. I loved turning 40. Congratulations, Ellie. Happy birthday for this week. Yay. Actually, it's my sister's birthday today, and I'm pretty sure she's not on, but if she watches the replay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's our wedding anniversary tomorrow, and I only remember the date because I know my sister's birthday is the day before. Is that bad? Helen's saying this week she desires to feel true contentment and plan some adventures to look forward to. Oh, how lovely. So it's all about true contentment this week and adventure planning. Yes. Lindsay's saying we have a lively house full, so I really want to enjoy it and not allow myself to forget my heart. Yeah. And she's wishing Ellie happy birthday because they're both Evolution members, so you know each other. That's awesome. Sana is here. Hi, Sana, saying I turned 25 on the 18th this month. Happy birthday. Wow, 25. What was I doing at 25? What was I doing at 25? Gosh, I think. No, that was a little bit later. I think I was actually in Australia. Yeah, I think I was in Australia. Okay, well, let me do the reading, shall we? I'm really enjoying my cup of tea. Right, number 44. Let's see. Okay, Wild Red Rider, blessings bestowed. Let's see if this is what is going to resonate with any of you. I bring harmony. I'm going to have to put my glasses on this morning. Well, these actually aren't even my glasses. I don't even own my own pair of glasses yet. These are pretty horrendous ones that James got through his work. But I'm borrowing them so I can actually see what I'm reading. Okay, I bring harmony, serenity, goodness, and order to your life. I see from a higher perspective that which can be altered so that the patterns of your life can heal and you can step forward on your path with clear purpose. I bring you the embodiment of my mantra, opening your heart. There you go, Lindy. Opening your heart and granting your prayer immediate answer. Om Mani Padme Hum. That's beautiful. I bring harmony, surrender, goodness, and order to your life. And Helen, you desired true contentment. So this is kind of lining up, isn't it? Okay, so the guidance is the oracle asks you to let go completely and allow the divine to take over. Harmony and order is promised, but it may involve you and your life being shaken up a little first. Forget about nice plans and things that make sense and routines and strategies. It's time to take your hands off matters. It's time to let your priorities be adjusted and your viewpoints be turned inside out. You won't be eating at the banquet of life off a clean dish or politely sitting at the table with fork and knife. You will be messily munching away, sitting on the ground, feasting on chunks of life the Divine Mother shoves into your mouth to satisfy your wild and hungry soul. Oh my God, isn't that gorgeous? Who's loving this? Yeah, I love that. Okay, very daring and mighty. It's not a time to look pretty and worry about appearances. It's a time to come out of your head into your body and allow yourself to feel and experience it without recrimination, analysis, shame, or judgment. This is your irresistible invitation to the divine party where there is aliveness to be experienced beyond that which makes sense to your mind or even to your values and philosophies. Ellie, I'm thinking of you when she's talking about parties here for your 40th, right? It takes a brave soul to be willing to run the risk of realizing you've known very little up until this moment. But the gifts in return for this messy, risky journey are abundant and delicious. You won't be the same person after an encounter with the Wild Red Rider, but you will be more of your true self, more alive, empowered, and vibrant than ever before. Is this resonating with anybody? I can see some hearts. Okay, so the reading is, you are an old soul. You are big and bold enough to learn how to trust more, to allow your destiny to be fulfilled. Ask for help when you need it, and then let go of your concerns. The divine knows what's needed and will respond to all of your prayers rapidly and with great wisdom, compassion, and unconditional love. Wild Red Rider, blessings bestowed, appears when grace is going to sweep in and change things according to the highest and greatest good for you and all concerned. The divine is handling life the most when it seems utterly out of control to the human perspective. If you've been praying for assistance, then this oracle is a most powerful statement of assistance granted. Your beloved Kuan Yin is rapidly bringing you blessing, allowing her complete and unfettered access to your world. This is not a time to play it safe with known choices. Look for alternatives. Embrace the new, unpredictable, or unfamiliar. It doesn't always have to be difficult and uncomfortable. Sometimes it can just feel more interesting, intriguing, and fresh to allow yourself to choose something different. If there's a part of you that feels hemmed in by your lifestyle, by your work, or by some indescribable, invisible, yet palpable sense of inner restraint, and you yearn to get wild and howl at the moon, drum on the beach, or dance by the fire, then you are encouraged to explore this wild self. Okay, so we've got a healing process. So the healing process is just, should we do this together? It's weird. I don't wear, as I said, these aren't my glasses. So when I have them on, I feel like there's a barrier between you and I, but I can't actually see very well this morning without them. All right, so let's do the healing process. I will guide you through it. This is probably going to require you to close your eyes. Okay, so why don't you close your eyes and place one hand on your heart, whichever hand feels right for you. And imagine that there is a light glowing in your heart and that you can feel, sense, or imagine that light gently warming and soothing the palm of your hand. So I'm just going to give you a moment to drop into that. Your eyes are closed, the hand on your heart, and you're imagining that there's a light glowing in your heart, and that you can feel, sense, or imagine that light gently warming and soothing the palm of your hand. And then you're going to say the following prayer. Just repeat after me in your mind, or you can say it out loud. I call upon the wild grace, intervention, and mantra of beloved Kuan Yin. I open, I open my wild, divine heart to your beautiful, corrective grace. I receive your presence unconditionally and trust in the outcomes unfolding for my highest good. May I have the courage to honor my aliveness beyond my need for familiarity. May I have enough love within me to treasure life and to wish for liberation for myself and all beings. May I become more of my true, wild, divine self and thrive in the wild freedom and grace of life itself. Through your compassion and my own free will, so be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And you've completed your healing process. That was a nice one, wasn't it? Helen's saying it's perfect. Sana's saying the restraints resonate with me. Yeah, it's time to live your wild, true self, yeah? How could you bring your wild, true self into your week this week? How could you bring that to whatever it is that you desire to feel and create this week? Yeah, you're being invited to remember the truth of who you are. From there, you have so much power, so much power. Okay, my darlings, I'm going to leave it there today. Yeah, it was gorgeous, wasn't it, Helly? Yeah, I really like that one too. Cool. Okay. Well, my beauties, have a, yes, Lindy, beautiful, bring it on. Amen. Yeah, let's bring it on. Okay, have a gorgeous week, all of you. If you're in my Evolution membership, can't wait to see you in there this week. And actually, good remembering, Katie. On Thursday night at 7:30, keep an eye out. I'll post the links again. But I'm actually opening up our Evolution Masterclass to the public this week because we're doing additional masterclasses this month. So I thought I'd open this one up because I think it's going to be a really cool conversation around empowered feminine leadership. And yeah, if you're not an Evolution member but want to experience an Evolution membership masterclass and a conversation that's going to be incredibly inspiring. It'll be on Zoom so we can all see each other, we can have conversation, there'll be the chat. But it's going to be really cool on Thursday night at 7:30. So yeah, all about empowered feminine leadership. Keep an eye out for the links to be able to join that. And if you can't find them anywhere, I'll put them under here somewhere. But if you can't find them, just message me. I'll make sure you get them. Helen saying, adventure and wild true self, here we come. Amen. Indeed. Okay, have a great week. Lots of love. Bye.